Okay, so it's approximately 12:07 a.m. and today I will be presenting my life ladder project. You know, obviously this is just so heavily weighted. You know, my project's always the best ones. Woo! Confetti or something. Let's see if I add it in post or not. I'm pretty tired. Ladder, it's a lot of stuff. You know, 7 layers, 7 levels of consciousness. You know, levels like a ladder. So you kind of step up ladder. You know. See? Aren't we glad that we're not grading my artistic ability? Well, technically you kind of are, but it's a different lesson for a different day. The bottom 3 on the bottom, that's probably just my idea. Boom, 7 numbers. See, the bottom 3 right here, this constitutes as centers of consciousness, and then you kind of like go up to these ones over here, like the top 4. These are like the higher centers of consciousness. I don't know if any of this is eligible, but okay. So like we can start with like, you know, number one. Boom. That's the security consciousness. And like the name implies, it's a security consciousness, you know? It really like encompasses like the whole term of like insecurity and like self-worth and like low self-esteem, stuff like that, like identifying emotions being like loneliness. Is that an emotion? No, I feel it a lot. But okay, so like sadness, yeah, some like self-doubt. I don't know if any of these are emotions, but that's what you feel in security consciousness, you know. It's like the lower centers, you know. These are the ones that they're based on a lot of addictions, you know. Like what makes you sad, you know. I'm saying, you know, what makes you sad? Like lack of addictions, I guess. You know? Like, and like that girl, like, you know, you're talking to, she's not really feeling you, you know, everybody's been there, you know, Mr. Lamb, I know you've been there. Come on, 11 girls rejected you, you still went back, that's crazy, you know, you're like, there's a lot of resilience there. To the second level of consciousness, and that's sensation. Oh, ooh, my penmanship is so good. Yeah, sensation here. That's like, it's like really like encompasses like the meaning of like addiction and like wanting more. Like an addiction I have is chocolate milk. There's chocolate milk here. I'm lactose intolerant. I'm not supposed to be drinking this. Periodically. So like sensation consciousness is like the consciousness when you're just begging for like a distraction from whatever you're doing, you know, like right now I'm procrastinating sleep, or I was playing League when I should have been doing this project on time, you know, like sensation, it's all about like, that's what it really like encompasses, you know, or like when I'm sleeping in class, that sensation consciousness become addicted to sleep. Sleep is so good. Who doesn't like sleep? You know, it really like confuses me how like some kids, they'll just like stay up like super late, just like on their phones when they could be sleeping. Like, do you not want to go to sleep? Like, does everybody have like insomnia? Is that a thing? Yeah, we're gonna move on to the third center, consciousness, 3rd level. Boom. Power. Power is an interesting one because, you know, that's like the anger one. That's like the one where like you're angry. You know, we're back. You're talking about that girl you like. You know, we've all been there. You know, she's not feeling you. You're mad. You're angry. You want to punch something. You see that dude she's talking to she's talking to always in her econ class. You know, you're mad at him. What did he do to you? Nothing. But he's better than you and you're mad about it. And stuff. But you're mad, you're passive aggressive, microaggressions, resistance. Back to today's lesson, I'm a little late. Resistance, you're resisting things, it's power consciousness. You're angry, you're mad. How many times I say angry? It's a lot of times. Power. Third center. And that kind of like, really like, that wraps up like the lower consciousness, you know. These are all about like negative feelings, insecurity, addictions, anger. It's like the movie Inside Out, you know, when the little guys are super in love with Keanu Reeves. I don't know why. There's a lot of nuance there. Okay, but yeah, that kind of like wraps up like the lower consciousnesses, right? You know, and you might be and fathom higher consciousness versus like the addictions and negative feelings I have because I'm angry and I'm a teenager. Who's my target audience for this video? I don't really know. That's like, it's like love consciousness is like a gateway drug into the higher level of consciousness, you see. Because that's number 4. Number 4 is love consciousness. Love consciousness is really just like when you just like feeling just like so enough, you know? Like you're at an extreme level of enoughness. So like the point where, oh my gosh, you're like you choose to be like nice to people, you know. You're just in a current state of mind where like nothing matters, you know. You're not worried about your addictions. You're choosing love. It's like when you think of the word love, what do you think of? Your mom, your family members, your friends, your girlfriend. You know, there's a lot of things to think about when you think about love, but like everything that like encompasses that always relates back to positive feelings. You know, like they have a whole genre of music called love songs. Is that about love consciousness? Probably. There's probably some songs about it. I don't know. I should make a song about that. Maybe. But number 5. Yeah. Coming up here, number 5. That's cornucopia consciousness. Cornucopia. When was the last time you heard cornucopia? Probably in Hunger Games. Did you guys like Hunger Games? I didn't like Hunger Games. But that's besides the point. It made me throw up in the theater. There's too many dead bodies. I don't really do good with like a lot of like gore. Cornucopia consciousness. Cornucopia. That's like a Thanksgiving type of term, you know. But like it's like more relates to like the whole concept of like bountiful. You know, the way I like to think about like cornucopia consciousness versus love consciousness. Is like, think about when you're making like dinner, you know, you could be making dinner for one person out of the kindness of your heart, of your significant other, you're making them food, right? That's love consciousness. But if you're making a whole goddamn Thanksgiving dinner, that's not cornucopia, you know? So you're spreading the love, it's like, it's bountiful, you feel me? Bountiful. Say that with me, bountiful. I was a motto, you know. I didn't come up with it. I don't know who did, but you know, it's like everybody eats, you know. Cause why would you want to eat while other people are starving? You like to prove that you're really better than other people. You gotta start everybody out on the same plane and rise above that. That's greatness. That's like a Mamba mentality shit right there. I know. Consciousness, awareness. You know, everything else in this on the ladder. You know, the life ladder, the ladder of life, ladder steps, ladder of life, levels of consciousness. Everything else here kind of like fits together. You know, like everybody, like you look at it and you kind of like. Maybe I kind of like understand what's going on. Maybe, I don't know. Like, it's like when you're like looking like at a menu at a restaurant. Oh, damn. What is that? that kind of looks good, but like you don't really know if it looks good because like you looking at the word like scallops and you're like, oh yeah, I like scallops maybe, but what is a scallop? I don't. You know, and you're thinking of it right. Consciousness, awareness, dots, connect those. Consciousness, awareness, that means you're aware of your consciousness. But what does that mean? You know, me personally, I feel like I'm such an expert at consciousness, awareness because that's where I spend most of my time, you know? Consciousness, awareness, like I feel like the best way to describe it is like you're just like looking through a screen at everybody else doing stuff because you just feel so separated. Move on to our seventh and last level of consciousness, level ladder or something. It says cosmic consciousness. Is a little glare there for my light. Cosmic consciousness is the final highest level of consciousness. And what constitutes cosmic consciousness? No self-talk. You might be asking yourself, self-talk? What's self-talk? Self-talk is kind of like that inner monologue that you have inside your head. Did you know that some people think in shapes and not ideas? That's always a crazy concept to me because like the first time I heard of it was when I asked one of my friends. She's bilingual. I'm not bilingual. I speak gibberish and English. That does not count in the bilingual rules. But she's bilingual. She can speak Cantonese. And I asked her, you know, like, what language do you think in when you're thinking? Because like you can speak two languages. And she told me that she thinks in ideas and like pictures. You know how crazy that is? Well, I'm not saying that people that think in words don't like necessarily visualize things like words, but like it's different, you feel me? Yeah, but cosmic consciousness is like no self-talk, you one with the universe. You just gone. You're just in the world, you're just in the atmosphere. Cosmic. 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 Like immersed and you're just going with the flow like the flamingo. It's a toe, eat a toe, it's snowing. Flamingoing. Going to sleep is not what I'm doing. Alright, that kind of concludes the Life Ladder project, you know, so you have a lot of visuals. I hope this suffice. You know, the Life Ladder, the highest levels of consciousness, it just like allows you to just have like a better grasp about like always know what's going on all the time, but these different levels of consciousness help you understand what's going on because you can further understand what you're going through and what you're feeling. You feel me? Yeah, that's the seven levels of consciousness. Alright, okay. Good night, everybody.
Tell me whatever you want, I'll do. I kinda want to get a little closer to you. Do I rise up to be the kind of man you need? I'ma step up. Whatever you want, girl, know that I'll do.